With our ongoing highlight of small business success in Maine, we turn now to reporter in the field, Sarah Nemec. Sarah?
Last week, we told you the story of Dr. Luce, a pioneer in the enterprise of erotica for children, with his book, Hop on Pop. This week, I'll introduce you to a man who wants to reuse and recycle everything. We're here with Todd Robachaud. Todd, tell us a little about your business. Tell us about how you're saving the world.
Well, as you know, my father, he worked in a transfer station down at the dump for his whole life. So I grew up getting all kinds of stuff, used stuff that he'd bring home. He'd bring home stuffed animals from there, you know, like taxidermied animals that we'd play with when we were little kids. And I got some great memories playing with them used stuffed animals. So it just occurs to me that nowadays, especially nowadays, we got to do everything that we can to make sure that we, you know, recycle everything. And you know, when you get to something, you know, like condoms, like we do here, is we recycle the condoms. You know, is we gotta, you know, reuse them, because them, you know, rubbers, they don't, you know, that ain't biodegradable, not in the least. And the key is, you know, when you're gonna reuse the condom for the second time, is just make sure that, you know, it's not, you know, just clean her out first, so that you're not, because, you know, them things only get so full before you can, and then, you know, and I think that's a little disgusting anyways, if you don't clear it out first.
Do you want to fill us in a little about the process? Like, how do you get them?
Oh, well, we get them all kinds of different ways. People send them into us. More and more people are sending them in the door. I wish they'd clean them out first before they send them in. That'd help us out a bunch. Can't tell you how many, you know, wet naps we go through in a day.
So you've got this great new program where you're helping the community by employing school children. Will you tell us about that?
Yeah, well, some of them is school children and some of them is convicts. Mostly it's just the rolling that we have them do. Little kids, because, you know, them things is hard to, you know, if you know, I'm sure you're a very pretty lady, dear. I don't think I'm telling you anything you don't know, but sometimes it's hard to just get it unrolled. I'm talking about rolling them back up. That's a you know, that's a pickle. And little kids, they got them little hands. They can just roll them suckers right up, back up, and then send them over and package them. So I think that's, you know, and that's getting the kids out into the workforce.
How many times can these condoms be recycled?
Oh, I'd say, you know, you can go, you know, you drive your car till the wheels fall off. And most people, I think some people don't even know that they're using a recycled condom half of the time. And so you just think about that. The next time you put on a rubber, it might have been worn by somebody else and you didn't even know it. And that's all thanks to me. I feel pretty darn proud about something like that.
So how do you guys tackle the whole sexually transmitted disease? Do you have any trouble with that?
What people do is they say, well, I can't afford condoms anymore, especially in the economy the way it is they can't afford no condoms, so they go without. And I think that that's terrible, you know, that a person might say, I can, you know, choose between eating or, you know, screwing tonight. And I think that's a choice that no one wants to make. Because, you know, if what we say around here is if you can use it, you can reuse it, is what we say. That's our catchphrase there, is what we do. I know some people think that's funny, but it's not. I mean, we're talking about, you know, recycling here. This is serious business, is recycling. We got the whole planet, you know. We're saving the planet here, one rubber at a time.
Next week, we'll meet the only prostitute in the nursing home.
That's awful, Sarah. We'll be right back.